Uh-oh. Hello. Welcome, welcome. All right. So if I could get you to hit the thumbs up button on your way in the room, that would be awesome. I hope everybody is doing well today. Welcome. All right, so we have about 5 minutes before we're going to go ahead and get started. So grab your beverage of choice. I am drinking a mimosa today. I haven't had one in a while, so figured I'd make one for today's live. All right, so I see we have 3 people in the room right now. Don't be shy. Feel free to use the chat box. Okay, that's working. All right, I see we have 8 people in the room. Jay Jaron, how's it going? Welcome. We're gonna kick off here in about 3 minutes. I wanna get started on time. I went ahead and set this up for an hour and a half. I don't know if we're gonna use the full hour and a half, but I figured since the time goes by so fast, go ahead and set it for a little bit longer. And if we don't use all of it, that's fine. We'll end early. How's everything going, Jay? All right. And please, if you could hit the thumbs up button, I would really appreciate it. If you could like the video, that would be awesome. It's going good. Glad to see you. Good to see you too. Great to see you. My goodness. I'm wondering when you're going to come out with your YouTube channel. I don't know if that's something you thought about, Jay, but you might want to consider it. I tune in. All right, we have 2 minutes and then we're going to kick this thing off. All right, it looks like everybody else is a little shy, but that's okay. Let's see. Zahir Royal. Oh, Jay, you had one a long time ago? Okay. Yeah, it's kind of a lot. You know, it's kind of a lot, but I think once you get in like the groove, let me tilt this down a little bit. I feel like I want to mess it up. Let's see. Karis, hello, welcome. I did. I had an awesome vacation. I'm telling you, it was much needed. Much, much, much needed. I needed to thaw out. I needed to see some palm trees. I needed some sunshine. I needed it all. So glad I did that. I almost talked myself out of it. My vacation was fantastic. Oh my gosh, it was not long enough. We only left for a week, and I wish I would have stayed longer, honestly. Yeah, yeah, I'll talk about that a little bit more. Lawrence, hey, how's it going? How's it going? So good to see you. Thank you for joining the live. Let's see, I hear you. Where did you go? I went to Washington and Arizona. It was fantastic. I'm telling you. Alaska Dad. Hey, how are you doing? Found out hopefully in June I'll be up in Anchorage. Can't wait. Good for you. Good for you, Alaska Dad. Yeah, you know, I mean, you do kind of start missing home because there's no place like home, right? But I mean, for me, I needed to get out and get some sun just because I'm used to traveling a lot more. Last year, my travel was completely cut off, with the situation that was going on. So it took a lot to actually decide to book a flight. I wasn't sure what that experience was going to be like, but my daughter was just like, "Mommy, let's go." Let's get out of here. So, and it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all. All right, so we are right at the hour. We're right at the hour. So, like I said, 5 minutes before, I have the schedule for an hour and a half. We'll see if we're going to take the full hour. I'm also including a feature here or a link where you can dial into a Zoom. And if you want to verbally ask questions, then I will open that link up. It's not open just yet. That's something I'm going to save for later in the live. So if you would prefer to speak, you'll have the opportunity to do that. Am I drinking anything? Today, you know I am. I'm having a mimosa. I'm having a mimosa and it's so good. I haven't had one in a minute. So I figured I would have one today on the live. Is anybody else drinking anything? Alcoholic or non-alcoholic? It doesn't matter. Jay, what are you drinking? All right, hold on. Let me take a sip before we get into this and then we're going to get going. Okay. All right, let's go. So welcome back to the channel. For those of you who are new, welcome. The name of this channel is Happy Girl Alaska. I am Terree, and what I like to do is share some of my experience about Alaska, share information. I was doing like a day in the life or a week in the life vlog series for a while. I've kind of cut that out, but I'm going to pick it back up. I've just started doing the live streams, so you'll start seeing these a lot more often. I really love the real-time engagement with you all. You guys are so awesome. So I want to make sure that we have a live at least once or twice a month. At least once or twice. Let's see. So what are people having here? Okay, so Jay, you have a red hard apple. Okay. I don't know if I tried that. I think I tried the Angry Orchard. Is that what it's called? Hard apple cider, I think it was. It's really good. I haven't had that in a while. And Alaska Dad is having a Coke. All right. All right, cool. Okay, so I have some notes here because I want to get to a couple things. I mentioned that I took a much needed vacation. We escaped for a little bit to a warm climate. It was amazing. We had a little bit of R&R. It was actually my daughter's birthday, so we decided to spend a few days out of state, and it was awesome. We got a chance to visit with family and friends. We did some shopping, and we actually visited a couple college campuses. So my daughter, she is a junior in high school, so she'll be graduating next year. And what we wanted to do is kind of take the opportunity during our spring break to venture out and tour some of the campuses. And I'm telling you, my gosh, each college that we went to, the campus grounds was amazing. I just loved it. So we're going to check out a few other places. I think we're going to head down to Washington, probably in the summer. Then we're going to head over to Nashville, probably before the school year starts. And there may be one other place. I'm not sure, but I'm telling you guys, it's coming. It's coming. I'm about to be an empty nester. That's crazy. Let me see what else. We had some delicious food. We didn't get to have any authentic Mexican food, but that's okay. We went to a few other places. One of the hotels we stayed at, the JW Marriott, had some amazing restaurants, so we went there. It was nice. But all in all, I'm glad to be back. I kind of have this feeling of spring that I brought back with me, and I'm not ready to let it go yet, even though when we returned, we had like 1.5 feet of snow in the driveway. It was insane. Insane. But yeah. So a few things I want to mention. is that we are almost at 3,000 subscribers. I can't believe it. I think we're shy, maybe about 100 and something subscribers, but the channel is definitely growing. It's steadily growing. So shout out and thanks to all of you for helping make that happen. Be sure to tell your family, your friends, your neighbors, your co-workers, get the word out. And when we hit that milestone of 3,000 subscribers, I am going to have another giveaway. And what I would like to do is have, for the giveaway, probably one or two one-on-one Zoom sessions to where you and I will get to have a one-on-one conversation. Whatever questions you have about Alaska, I'm happy to answer them for you. And I hope that you will be open to, because I like to record the Zoom sessions. Hopefully you'll be open to allowing me to record our conversation so that I share it on the channel. I think that would be pretty cool. So that's what I'm planning to do when we hit 3,000 subscribers. That's, to me, that's a significant milestone. All right, what else? Yeah, so a couple people wanted to know if and how they can support the channel. And what I would say is your likes. So hitting that thumbs up button on the videos, on the live stream, that helps a lot. Leaving comments, as you all know, I like to interact with you all in the comment section as well. Subscribing to the channel. I would say about a third of my viewers are actually subscribed to the channel. And it's about 70 something percent of people that keep coming back to watch the videos, but they're not yet subscribed. So I hope you're gonna subscribe. I have some exciting things coming up for spring and summer especially. So I can't wait for those videos to go out. I'm wanting to do, well, I won't give away too much. I won't give away too much because, you know, people, they kind of lurk and yeah, I won't go into that. And then also, if you want to support the channel, there are ways that you can support monetarily. I have a Cash App that is TerreeBold. If you look down in the description box, I have that listed there. There's also a capability to post a super chat during the live stream. And then what I'm also going to be doing is creating membership, tier level memberships, so that you will have access to exclusive content. And what we'll do is commit to having exclusive engagement at least once a month, maybe twice a month, depending on the tier level that you choose to go with. So yeah, we'll do that. And then I think I already mentioned that today's live is going to be an hour and a half, and I want to at least reserve 30 minutes for folks to use the link to the Zoom session so that you can dial in and ask your questions. You can speak your question instead of chatting. If you want to chat and you want to dial in, that's fine too. I haven't opened the line just yet, but I do have the link posted down in the description box. So we'll get into that in a little bit. So let me take a look at this chat section and see what's going on here. Let's see. Her last year is going to go so fast. I know it is. And I'm trying not to think about it because I'll get emotional. I will definitely get emotional. Let's see. Congratulations. Thank you so much. You know, I mean, trying to stay consistent, trying to stay true to who I am and the information that I share with you all, you know, I think is really helping to build credibility and helping to grow the channel. And I know that some of you are sharing the content and telling other people about it. So that's amazing. It takes all of you to help make this happen. So I love the community that we have here on this channel. You guys are so awesome. Let me see. Put me down for the exclusive content. All right. Yes, definitely. So what I want to do, I think I want to hit that 3,000 milestone, 3,000 subscribers milestone. And then what I'll do is I will post the different tier level memberships that will be available. Let's see, how's it going? Keep doing your thing. I sure will. Slim Fresh, welcome. I don't know if I greeted you when you came in the room. I'm trying to see if I missed anybody else. Jeb Smith, welcome, welcome, Jebs. Good to see you on the live. Okay, so let me back it up a little bit because I don't want to miss anybody. I want to make sure that I greeted you all. Let's see. Okay, I think I have everybody covered. All right. So, what I wanted to do is, in the spirit of positivity, because one of the reasons why I had to get out of here is I really felt my energy levels going down, and I kind of wrestled with stopping the YouTube thing altogether. But I was just like, I can't do that. It's a constant battle with me. So going out, getting rejuvenated, I'm back, I'm ready. I'm going to read your positive comments, and I'm thinking about making a video or doing a live on negative comments too. My daughter said I should do it, but on the other hand, one of my friends is like, why do you want to give energy to that? But I think it's kind of funny, some of the comments that people make. But today we're going to focus on the positive. Okay, so the first thing I have listed here is you can tell the mom loves hanging out with her daughter. Usually parents like being more with the parents. And I have to honestly say that I do enjoy my daughter. She enjoys me. We have fun. We cut up together. We go on adventures together. But I make sure to maintain that I'm the mother, I'm the adult, you're the child, but that doesn't mean that we're not able to have fun, And the thing is that ever since she was, sorry, I got a little distracted. Okay, I'm gonna go back to this chat box in a little bit. Let me finish this thought. So one of the things is ever since my daughter was little, I was always open to allowing her to teach me something as well. I never looked at it as a one-way street. And so I think in doing that, I really encouraged her to be an independent thinker, but then also to treat her like she was a person. And I think that helped to cultivate the type of relationship that we have. So we have a blast together. We really do. And I love the relationship that we have. Okay, let me go to the chat box. Let's see. Oh, Mr. Short Stroke, welcome. Welcome to the chat. Do it, it would be funny. So you're talking about reading the negative comments? Yeah, you know what? I can honestly say that I get a lot more positive comments than I do negative comments. But yeah, some of the negative comments are something else. So I think I might do it. We'll see. Okay, so here's another comment or email that someone sent me. They said, my husband and I wanted to get an ideal view of Alaska. I ran into your video and we could not keep our eyes off the screen. I definitely didn't expect any of the cities to be so green. Thanks so much. And I think that people kind of have these preconceived perceptions of what Alaska is like. They just think it's ice road truckers. They just think it's all like village life. They don't realize that we actually have a city. I think with more people kind of getting interested in YouTube videos that post content about Alaska is kind of helping to shed light. I can't count how many comments and email messages I get about people saying, you know what, I've lived in a certain area for such a long time. I'm really looking for a change of pace and I'm interested in moving to Alaska. Can you kind of advise me on, some of the things that I should do, that I should look for and what have you? And I'm really happy that this channel is able to provide that for people. Okay, let me go to the chat box real quick. You seem like a great mother. Oh, thank you, Slim Fresh. Thank you. I really do try. Slim, you loved Alaska. I'm trying to remember if you mentioned how long you lived here and how long ago you lived here. I'd be curious to know. Yeah, and quite a few people that tune into this channel either lived here before or they visited. So that's really cool. Jersey Club, hello, welcome. Welcome to the live. Okay, so let's get into this next comment here. Thank you for sharing this with us. I'm considering moving to Alaska. I'm a single Black woman and I have a Section 8 voucher, so I'm looking for a nice apartment in a decent area. I'm tired of the Bay Area and the rude and restless mentalities. I want more of a peaceful, quiet, and serene experience. So what I would say about that is some of the decent areas that you could look into, in my opinion, is you could look into the Lake Otis area. I would say look into the Abbott Loop neighborhood. I would say, and I'm just speaking about Anchorage right now. Look into the Diamond area. I would say Muldoon is not a bad area. Yeah, those are probably the areas that I would say to kind of focus your search on. There are plenty of other neighborhoods. I really don't have time to name them right now, but I have an upcoming video where I am going to touch on that just to provide a little bit more information. Um, Let me see here. Okay, so Slim, you were stationed at Fort Wainwright for 3 years. Okay, got you. So it sounds like you were prior military, possibly, or maybe your spouse was military at the time. Chris, after watching your videos, I would definitely love to visit Alaska one day. Absolutely. Absolutely. I say Alaska is definitely worth the visit. It is. Let's see. Lisa Lovely, welcome. Welcome. I'm not sure if my chats are showing up. I see it. I see you, Lisa. I see you. All right, let's go to this next comment. Enjoying Anchorage on vacation. Still plenty of diversity in population from what I can see. Very modern city. Reminds me of the Bay Area a lot, just with moose and surrounded by a roaring wilderness. Oh, wow, that's really cool. And I think this comment was posted maybe during the summertime. I didn't put the names of individuals because I know sometimes people can feel kind of weird about having their name read out with their comment. I've never visited the Bay Area, so I don't know. I don't have that to compare it to, but I mean, if that's what you're saying, that's pretty cool. And with moose and surrounded by a roaring wilderness, definitely. That's one of the cool things about living in Anchorage is that you can go maybe 30 minutes out and be in the wilderness. You know, that it's really awesome. Um, let's see. I was in the army. Okay, that's what I figured. That's what I figured you was in the army. Lisa Lovely, hi, it's nice to see you. No, don't stop your YouTube. I always tell people about your channel. I've learned a lot about Alaska because of you. Oh, thank you, Lisa. It's especially nice to hear from an African American woman. Well, cool. You know what? I think that there is some value in that, right? Especially if a lot of people don't think that there are African Americans in Alaska. So I think having that visual, right, of somebody who can maybe speak from that perspective. I can't speak from all because everybody has their own experience, but I totally get what you're saying. And I'm glad that I could be that for you, that representation for you. Let's see. Thanks. I heard the cost of living is high. And I would say the cost of living is high in comparison to a lot of the states in the US. I would think California and New York are pretty high. And I hear that some cities in Tennessee are high as well. So I would say you definitely just kind of want to do your research. I know that there's a calculator online where you can go and plug in a state. Is it a state? Is it by state or city? It's either by state or city. And I'll see if I can find that link and I'll put it in the description box. But what you can do is put in the state, city and state, and do a comparison between the two to see what the difference is in cost of living. And I think it's always great to do that comparison because $83,000 in Alaska is going to take you a lot further in, say, Mississippi, you know, than it would maybe in California. So just kind of keep that in mind when you're looking or considering moving to Alaska. Let's see. I love your vlogs. I just found them. I lived there 10 years ago and would love to move back. And you know, there was a time when a lot of people would move to Alaska, and if they left, they moved right back. I mean, they would maybe be gone for like a year or two, and then they would move back to Alaska. I'm not seeing that as much anymore, but that definitely was a thing. So I get it. I get it. I would say too, you know, that little trip that we took for about a week was really an eye opener. And I really do feel like there's a lot more diversity here in Anchorage than there is in, say, for instance, Tucson, Arizona. you know and I did kind of feel a little bit uncomfortable at times. There was one situation in particular, I won't harp on it too much, but I was just kind of like, man, I don't know if the rest of the country, if I would have those experiences a lot more often than not. I mean, you really don't have to worry about certain things here. I don't know. We'll see. um okay, let me go to the chat. Jersey is high too. Okay. Okay, so Jersey Club said that Jersey has a high cost of living. Um, okay, you're hilarious. I'm gonna show your videos to my friend who said there are no black people in Alaska, and you have every right to be proud of your gorgeous city. Thank you so much. I really am proud of Anchorage. I love living here. It's going to be bittersweet, I think, leaving Alaska, because I feel like, this is my home. I've lived here for well over 30 years. And it's kind of like I'm looking forward to a new adventure, but at the same time, I'm really going to miss living here for sure. But I love my city. I love representing my city as well. Just discovered your channel and I love it. I want to visit Alaska one day. If I may ask, where did you live before? Much love from California. So where did I live before? Okay, so we moved to Alaska by way of the military. My dad was in the Air Force. Before that, we lived in Arkansas. And then before that, we lived in Hawaii. And then before that, we lived in Florida. So we kind of moved around quite a bit. As an adult, I have left Alaska once and I moved to Texas. And I very quickly realized that I did not want to be in, and it was Killeen, Texas. I realized I did not want to be in Killeen, Texas. And so I moved back here and I've been in Alaska ever since. So, but as I mentioned, I am looking forward to kind of moving to a different state here shortly after my daughter graduates from high school next year. Okay, thanks for sharing the sights with me. I've always wanted to see your city. It's so clean and beautiful. It's good to see a sister doing her thing. I really enjoy this. Thank you so much. And I do plan on getting out and exploring different areas a bit more. Again, like I said, when January, February hits, I have to muster up the motivation to even go outside, because I'm really not, believe it or not, I'm not a cold weather person. So I'm glad you enjoy the videos that I have posted out there, and I plan on making more videos like that. Let's see what's going on in the chat. And it looks like I might be buffering a little bit, you guys. Okay, I'm gonna keep going though, just in case, and you can catch this on the replay. If your daughter decided to go to college in Alaska, would you stay there until she graduated college? So I don't plan on staying in Alaska until my daughter graduates college. That really is not my plan. My plan is to leave before her college school year begins. I hope I said that to where it makes sense. So that is the goal. So next year, I would like to have relocated to a different state before September. So that's the plan. That's what I'm working towards. So fingers crossed I can make that happen. Let me see. Girl, you look marvelous. I lived in Anchorage back in '82 off the old Seward Highway. My aunt bought the governor's house. I was young and wasn't from there originally. I didn't appreciate it as much. Had I realized that I can't stand living in the lower 48, are you sure you want to move out of this beautiful place? And oh my gosh, I get this so often. People are like, are you sure you want to leave? Are you sure you want to move? But I think for anybody who grew up in a certain area or a certain state, you kind of wonder what life would be like if you had the opportunity to live somewhere else. And that's kind of where I'm at right now in my life. So I would have been gone many years sooner, but I wanted to wait until my daughter graduated from high school, so that's why I've stayed here. Um, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna go to the chat again. Uh, let's see. Mm, all right, I would love the annual compensation the residents get. Yeah, so I think you're talking about the permanent fund dividend. And the thing is, it's nice to receive that, but that money really doesn't sustain you that long. I think now they've capped it at just below $1,000 a year. And if you have, well, depending on how many kids you have too, right? So the people that have like three three plus children, they get a permanent fund for each of those kids. But still, with the cost of living being as high as it is, the permanent fund dividend is not going to sustain a family of five for very long. So, but it is nice. It is a nice little benefit, incentive, or what have you to receive while you're living here in Alaska. Um, let's see. Mr. Freeze. Wow, you look like Thelma from Good Times. Oh my gosh, I have gotten that so many times, and I consider it a compliment, so thank you. Let me see. Hey girl, missed your live chats. I am in a meeting, but I had to say hello. Have a wonderful day. Thank you, Arctic Thunder, and welcome. Um, I'm glad you got a chance to kind of check into the live too. Hopefully we'll still be on though, because this live is scheduled for an hour and a half today. So depending on if we utilize that entire time, I don't know how long your meeting is scheduled for, but if you get a chance, try to pop back in. Okay, my daughter and son-in-law are in the military and are hoping for orders to Alaska. I provide childcare for their children, so I'd be coming too. Oh, wow, Lisa, that would be so cool. That would be awesome. So hopefully they will get a chance to come here. I don't know if you shared this channel with them, but feel free to do that. And if they have any questions, let me know. If you have any questions, let me know. I'd be happy to help. Is it family friendly? Absolutely. I would say Anchorage is definitely family friendly. Petty Potter. Hi, Petty Potter. Welcome. Hi, what is the job market like in your city? Say for somebody with an ed tech master's degree. Um, I don't know what an ed tech master's degree is, but just in general, I would say that the job market is pretty good here in, at least in Anchorage, Alaska. I know that, and I don't know if ed tech, if that has to do with technology or not, but I know that the tech industry is really big here in Anchorage, as well as folks who work on the pipeline, welding, construction, different things like that are pretty big here in Alaska. Anything to do with the oil industry, I would say is pretty big. There may be somebody else who's from here who can maybe speak to that a little bit more for you. And if you could say what ed tech is, I'm not really sure. Oh, yes, it does. Technology. Thank you for answering. Okay. Okay, I was hoping that my response was helpful. Okay, let's see. Sensational video. Great zoom on your camera. The time is getting close for me to make my transition. You have me excited about my move. I decided to sell everything, just about load my car, and just drive through Canada for now. I may still fly, but driving looks inexpensive versus shipping my car. Plus, I can pack a few things inside. Um, yeah, I would say there are quite a few videos. Gosh, I wish I could call the name of the YouTuber, and he goes into detail about the best way to move to Alaska if you want to use a budget friendly method. I'll see if I can track down his YouTube channel. I may be subscribed to him. I'm not really sure, but driving, is that the least expensive way to go? Maybe. And that's actually something I'm researching for myself, because I'm trying to determine, do I want to drive out when I move or do I want to fly out? when I move. I'm not really sure, but either way, I'll end up shipping a vehicle. So I need to get on that like ASAP. Um, let's see here. Are you going to change your YouTube name when you move from Alaska? I've been debating that, and I may end up changing my YouTube channel name. I think I might, but I don't know if that will make it to where people who have subscribed to me under the former name won't be able to find me after that. So that's something that I've kind of been kicking around a little bit. We'll see, because the main premise behind Happy Girl Alaska is the fact that I live in Alaska, right? So I don't know. I definitely wouldn't want to start a new channel. That's not going to happen because it's hard. It's a lot. It's a lot. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Um, let's. I always wanted to come to Alaska. Now this video could be the reason. Awesome. I'm so glad that these videos that I put out for you all are helpful. Really, I am. I was nervous about 1,000 things before moving from Ohio to Anchorage with my girl. We got here a month ago and have loved it. Your videos made the transition easier and let me know Anchorage was an accepting place. Thank you. You are so welcome. I don't know if the person who left this comment is on the live. I hope you are. But again, I am so glad that my channel can provide information for you all, that maybe it can help put some of your anxieties to rest. That's what I'm here for. Hello there. We recently decided to move to Anchorage. I want to say thank you because we got to know much of Anchorage through your YouTube videos. We thoroughly enjoyed it and learned a lot. We visited Anchorage a couple weeks back and we absolutely loved it and got to see a lot of areas you talk about. Thanks for all the detailed videos. We felt like we have been there. Thanks. Wow. Again, thank you so much for the compliments. I really do appreciate it. Let's see, is there anything going on in the chat? Okay, I don't see any new chat, so I'm going to keep going. Hi, I was suggested to follow you, and I wanted to touch bases and ask a few questions about Alaska. We are actually interested in moving that way. Do you ever commute back to the lower 48s? And if so, how do you go about it? We are trying to find the best way to make a move to Alaska. So I would normally visit the lower 48 at least once or twice a year in the past. I didn't get to do that last year. And I'm planning to do that this year, of course, because we're going to be visiting other colleges, my daughter and I. And usually when I leave the state, I catch a flight. Because driving down, to me, I can't see myself, if I want to go and visit a different state multiple times throughout the year, getting in my car and driving down. So I would say catch a flight. That would be the best way if you're wanting to commute back and forth to the lower 48. Hi, Terree. I really love your videos. Thank you for making them. It's so nice to see Anchorage represented by someone who lives there and knows all the ins and outs of living there year round. You are so welcome. Okay, let's see. I don't know, is the live stream buffering for you all? Because it's buffering on my end. If someone could maybe put a comment to let me know, because it looks okay when I'm recording from my phone, but when I look at the channel itself, it looks like it's buffering. Let's see. Not on your end. Okay, cool. Okay, that's good to know. I was getting worried. All right, so we're gonna keep going, and I'm almost at the end. Let me see, it's fine. Okay, perfect. So I'm almost at the end of all of my comments that I'm reading here. So I think I'm going to open up the dial-in link here very soon. So if you're interested in dialing in, it is through Zoom. So if you don't currently have access to Zoom, what you want to do is download the Zoom app. So that way you can use the link. And when I open it up, you'll have the opportunity to speak your questions. Okay, so we're just about done. So I'm from Central Washington, mountains and desert. not the rainy part. And I'm curious about what fire seasons is like in Anchorage. It seems like such a cool city, no pun intended, but I haven't been able to find much online about smoke and air quality in the summers. So I had to actually look this one up. And I thought Alaska had really great air quality, but it turns out that we do not. And a lot of that is caused by I think it's the old wood burning stoves. So I guess quite a few people still use those. So that contributes to the poor air quality. And our fire season usually begins sometime in April and ends somewhere around June, July timeframe. So I thought that was a great question, and that's a question I hadn't seen before. Um, let's see. Good morning. I just wanted to let you know that you inspire and motivate me. Keep doing your thing. It's because of you I will be organizing my first Juneteenth celebration this year. So kudos to you. Have a great day. And I know who this one is from. I don't see him on the live chat just yet. But thank you so much. Thank you. Anytime that I can be an inspiration, I am very humbled by that when people make that or leave those types of comments. So it's my pleasure. My pleasure. Um, Let me see here. Hi, Happy Girl Alaska. I missed your live chat, but I am watching it now. Anyway, thank you for doing what you do. My name is, and I won't give the person's name because they sent this through the contact form, but I currently live in Florida for school. Am I reading that right? Yeah. I am planning on moving to Alaska when I graduate from grad school in June to work because apparently there's a need for medical staff, and that's true. There is a need for medical staff, and I would say especially out in the remote villages. So I have been doing a lot of research. That is why I saw your channel. The elephant in the room with Alaska is the cold, but what is really making me rethink is the crime rate. I wasn't searching for that, but it seems like every time I look up anything Alaska, the crime thing comes up. Exactly how bad is it, especially as a Black woman? I am a Black woman too. Thank you in advance for your time. Have a blessed day. So I created a video called Is Alaska Safe for Women? And Alaska is ranked as the highest as far as crimes against women on the national scale. And what I would say is it's predominantly the Alaska Native women that are the victims of crimes against women. So I thought that was pretty interesting. I would say if you haven't watched the videos or the video Is Alaska Safe for Women, go ahead and check that video out. And yeah, I do want to expand on that a bit more just to provide more information because I know the women that I get quite a few emails from in my contact form, that is a big concern of theirs. And I get it. Totally makes sense. So stay tuned for that. And here's the last comment here. I really enjoyed the live. I definitely think you should do more often. It's always a treat to see you. So thank you so much for that last comment. And you know what? I intend to continue making or setting up more live stream videos. As a matter of fact, I think that this is going to kind of be a trial thing. So what I want to do is open up the Zoom line for those of you who are interested in asking your questions verbally. I'm going to go ahead and launch the session now. So you don't have to turn on your camera. We're going to try this without turning on the camera this time. So let me go ahead. Give me just a second to get that set up. And we're a little ahead of schedule, but I think that's fine. Okay. Okay. Okay, so for those of you who are interested, and hopefully you're not getting any feedback. If you are getting feedback, please let me know. One thing I want to mention though is if you dial into the Zoom link, you'll want to make sure that you mute your YouTube in the background just so that you're not getting an echo. And let me minimize this a little bit so that if anybody is having technical issues dialing in to the Zoom, then I can address those. But if you want to put your questions in the chat, feel free to do that as well. And what I'll do is I'll just kind of leave it open for Q&A. All right, don't be shy. Let's see. How do you dial into the Zoom? Okay, so Lisa, what you'll want to do is go to the description box of this video and you'll see it says live dial in link and it says join Zoom meeting. And if you click that hyperlink that is listed under join Zoom meeting, then it will take you into Zoom and that way you can get connected. And then what I'll do is accept you into the room and you can ask your question. So let me know if you have troubles with that. This is my first time using that feature. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, I'm gonna have some mimosa. Have you ever thought about teaching? You are so articulate and intelligent. You know what? A long time ago, I wanted to be a teacher. I thought I would be a school teacher, and I can't remember why I changed my mind on that. But as part of working in the IT industry, I did end up having to create training materials, and I did have to administer training as part of that. So I think that probably added to my becoming comfortable. Let me see. Oh, perfect. People are joining. Yay. Okay. I think that probably added to my level of being comfortable speaking. And also in my job as a project manager, I have to facilitate a lot of sessions. So well, thank you for that compliment. I really do appreciate it. Okay. So let's start with Lisa Shockley. Hi, Lisa. How are you?
Hi, I am so good. How are you?
I am perfect. Yay. I'm so glad you got dialed in and connected. It looks like Jay is still trying to connect. Jay, make sure when that box pops up that says connect using audio, that you hit that box so that way you're able to connect. So Lisa, did you have a question or a comment?
I do have a question. So I was listening to some of the questions, and I said that I've been probably watching your videos for over a year.
Oh, wow.
Just kind of interested in Alaska and just was curious as to the diversity. And it was really nice to hear you and learn from you that it is a diverse state, and that's always good. But I do have a question about the school system.
Okay.
My grandchildren are 4 and 2, so next year my grandson will be going into kindergarten. What is the school system like?
I would say the school system depends on the neighborhood that you're in. So I do know that they have a grading system, and I would have to get the link for you. I would say for the most part that the school system is pretty good. They also have charter schools here. So if you didn't want your child to go to like a regular public school, there's the option of charter schools. Of course, you have to sign up for a lottery. And then there's the private schools here. And I think all the private schools are really good. My daughter was in a private school up until she was in the eighth grade. So there's several options. I haven't heard, well, I think there are certain areas that could stand room for improvement, certain neighborhoods, as far as the school system is concerned. Um, but yeah, you know what? Let me try and get more information for you on that, Lisa. Um,
Okay.
And I think that sounds like a really good video idea, to be honest with you.
Thank you, Terree.
Yes, of course, of course. Did you have any other questions?
No.
No? Okay. Okay. Well, if anything else comes to mind, you can feel free to hang out in the Zoom room if you want. And let's see here. It looks like Jay, are you connected? Okay, hang on just a second. Let's see. So Jay, I see that you are connected to the room, but I don't see your audio. So here, let me look. So Jay, if you wanted to speak or try to connect with your audio, maybe you can leave the Zoom room and then come back in. Maybe that'll work for you, because I definitely see you in the room, but I don't see the microphone, which represents that your audio is connected. So if you want to give that a try. Okay. Is there anyone else? Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Like I said, you don't have to show your camera or turn on your camera or anything like that. But I think it would be awesome to connect and talk with you guys. Let's see here. Okay. Let me go back up in the chat. Let me make sure I didn't miss anyone or anything. Okay. Okay. I believe I got to everybody's questions in the chat. I don't know, you all. We might be wrapping this one up a little bit early. I thought we were going to use the whole hour and a half. But that's fine. That's fine. So what I would say is, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and leave the live stream up for maybe the next 5 minutes. Give me a second here. Where is the... Okay. So let me ask the question then. Is anyone planning a visit to Alaska this year? Is there anyone who's on the live that's planning a visit this year? It's awfully quiet. All right. Uh-oh, wait a minute. I didn't mean to do that. All right. Well, you know what? I think what we're going to do is go ahead and close out the live today. Let me check the Zoom room one more time to see if anybody joined. Okay. All right. So I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and wrap up today's live stream a little bit early. And then what I'll do is I'll plan to set up another one probably 2 weeks from today. All right. So I enjoyed hanging out with you all. Thank you so much for tuning in, and be on the lookout for another day in the life or week in the life video, as well as other videos targeted to topics about Alaska. All right. So I will see you all in the next one. Take care. Bye.